Between the Edwardsville Tigers and the visiting Highland Bulldogs. The starting lineup for Highland's visiting Bulldogs at right wing number 11, Patton Weiss.
Starting lineup tonight for the Bulldogs is Patton Weiss. Number 35, Justin Lai.
Playing defense, number 34.
Wearing number 34, Jake the Snake Resman.
Also playing defense, number 14.
Wearing number 14, Cooper Hicks. And at center, number 18, Tyson Hoyt. And in between the pipes tonight will be number 88, Wade Konieczny.
And now for your Edwardsville Tigers, starting at right wing, number 18, Cole Whiteton. And left wing, number 28, Michael Edwards. Playing defense, number 36, Reed Becker. Playing defense, number 50, Gavin Osborne. At center, number 19, Will Whitaker. And in goal, number 32, Evan Stark. Will everyone please rise if you're able and remove your caps for the play for national anthem.
Tonight's national anthem performed by the Edwardsville Symphony Orchestra. What a beautiful rendition. Referee at center ice. He's getting pumped up, ready to go. We got celebrity referee Al Borland, who will work the boards tonight. Konieczny against Stark in net. I believe that's Stark. Boyd out to take the face off. He'll have Lai and Weiss on the wings, backed up by Jake the Snake Resman and Cooper Hicks. We're ready for the drop. Edwardsville takes body position and dumps it down and in. Resman throws the brakes on and he'll double back. Does it again. Right up the center looking for Hoyt, but it's just behind him. So Edwardsville gets set up at center ice. They turn it over to Hoyt. Hoyt brings it in, walks the blue line, but gets his pocket picked. As he tries to make a move, Edwardsville tries to dump it in. It's off the stick of Cooper Hicks. Rimmed around the boards. Lyle clear it out to center ice. Edwardsville settles it. They'll bring it in. Hicks pokes it forward to his brother, Landon Hicks. And Edwardsville dumps it back in as Oren comes over the boards. Jake Resman tries to go right up the center. Edwardsville picks it up, and they'll retreat to their own zone, drop it off to the D. They'll go for the stretch pass up the far side to Boutel. Cross the ice to Wolf. He'll bring it in, throws the brakes on, waits for reinforcement, sends one. Konieczny sticks it to the glass. And Edwardsville hold at the blue line, dumps it down and in. They wait way too long, and without any pressure, they bring it right in front. Konechny with the save. Resman trying to clear it out. Utel working it on him. Gunter off the bench, trying to get it north. But Edwardsville holds on to it. Centering opportunity. Goes wide of the net. Settled right in front of the net. And they finally are going to go ahead and blow the whistle for the net that's been off for the last 10 seconds. With 12:19 left to go in the first period. 0-0 is the score, and Edwardsville setting the pace here early in the game. Hoyt back on the draw against McNamara. Hoyt wins it over to Lai. He'll chip it out up to the blue line, but not out. Hoyt trying to work it north. Edwardsville trying to find some open ice. Sends it over to the wing, fires a shot, rolls in on Konechny, and he'll give it the old smother and cover for a whistle and a face-off to his right. Lightning with a short bench tonight. We've got two defensive pairings. Hicks and Soley out, backing up the defensive end. Weiss comes in, tries to put some pressure on from the wing. And Edwardsville will clear it out. Lai in on the forecheck. He races in. Around the inboards it goes. Hoyt pushing it down low. And albeit short, that was our first offensive zone time of the night. Tolley over to Hicks, back over to Tolley. He'll go right up the center. Hoyt able to regain the puck as Edwardsville got in the lane. Weiss tries to jam it in the zone, but he loses his stick, and then he doesn't drop the stick, and that should have been a penalty. So we get away with one there, and Gunter will bring it in offside as Hicks is trying to get over the blue line. Resman and Dortch on defense. Gunter, Orn, and Landon Hicks up front. 11-17. 3 shots on net for Edwardsville. None so far for Highland. Hicks pushes it into the zone, and he'll go in on the forecheck, blows a tire. Orn able to get it settled. Over to Hicks. He'll drop it off to Orn, and he tries to get it back in front, but it's sticked away. Send it over to the near side for Orn. He tries to center it. Over to Hicks, trying to work it back out front. Orn back over to Hicks in the corner. Tries to get it out to the top of the house, and Resman will throw it back down and in. Bulldogs will send it all the way down to Gunter as he tries to get set up. And that's turned over to Edwardsville as Johnson sends it towards the point. Resman sends it cross ice. Yeah, but nobody's home. So Edwardsville dump it in. That should be an offside or an icing whistle, not an offside. And so we'll get a ozone face off to the left of the goaltender. Face off to the left to start. It'll be Hoyt on the draw with Wallace and Weiss. Tolley and Hicks backing them up on D. 10:25 left to go in the first. Edwardsville takes the body and leaves it for the defense. They'll chip that down the ice. Cooper Hicks comes in. Shot save Konechny right out front. Oh, big save on the rebound and a follow-up by Konechny. They bring it in. Shot save. Konechny flashes the leather as he gloves it down just before it goes into the net. Face off to the left of Konechny. Wallace clears it out. They're going to wave that off as it went through everybody. Goalie will get it set up for the defense. Up the boards it goes. Hoyt in on the forecheck. He's able to hold on to it. Races in. Hoyt. Shot. Oh, blocker saved by Stark. Wallace on the near glass. Well, not really near. Right in front, Weiss. Oh, I thought that made it on goal, but it went wide. I don't know how he got a piece of that. Edwardsville will retreat down low behind their own net as they failed to exit the zone, but they'll regroup. Chip it up the boards. Wallace will take the body and it'll let it go for Tolley. Tolley over to Hicks. Back over to Tolley. He'll get it set up for Gunter. Gunter can't settle it. That'll come out to Hunnicky at center ice. Gunter on a good forward check. Dumped back into his own zone by Boutel. And Edwardsville will reset. Gunter in on the forecheck, trying to pick the puck away. Schumacher throws it up into the Bulldog bench as he tries a stutter step through traffic. And so we'll take the face-off at center ice on the intentional dump into the bench, I guess. I don't know. 8:53 left to go in the first. 0-0 is the score. Hicks on the draw. Jumped in by Schumacher. Resman into retreat. We'll go up the boards for Hazelhorst, who gets it over to Hicks. Gunter tries to poke it into the zone, but it's back the other way. Dortch tries to clear it out, but Boutel's able to seal it up. Big saucer pass. Nope, he held on to it. He faked the saucer pass right out front. Knocked down by Gunter. And Hicks tries to clear it out of the zone and put some pressure on Edwardsville. Hunnicky turns it over to Jake the Snake Resman. Back out to the point. Edwardsville will go D to D. Walk it in. Shot. Glove saved by Konechny. He frames it up. That was a strike from here. 8:10 left to go in the first. 0-0 is the score. 6 shots to 3. I don't believe that. Hoyt, Orn, and Lai out to take the draw. Resman and Dortch on D. Hoyt trying to clear it out. Chips it out, but held by McNamara as he'll dump it back in. Bonazzo gets it out to McNamara at the point, but Justin Lai cuts it off and he'll race in. Tries to make a move. Resman's able to hold the blue line. Back out to Resman. He can't settle it. Hicks will chop it away. Lai lifts the stick, and Hoyt will pick it up at center ice as he races into the zone. Throws the brakes on, walks the blue line, dumps it down and in on the back end, and Lai will go in and go to work. Edwardsville up the boards. Resman kicks it up to his blade and dumps it back down low. Lai lifts the stick, tries to center it through traffic, but it's cut off by Edwardsville, and they'll hold it below their own goal line with 7:13 left to go in the first. 0-0 is the score. Bonazzo winds up down the near glass. He tries to bring it in. Hicks with a good block there. And that trickles out front for Konechny to put a glove on it. Melted down for a whistle and a face-off to his left. Edwardsville setting the pace. And the Bulldogs, with a short bench tonight, are going to be rolling through the lines as quickly as possible, I'm sure. Hicks takes the draw. Totally trying to work it on the glass. Weiss there as well. Comes loose to Hicks. Hicks has got Gunter over on the far wing. Hicks brings it in. He's going to dance it down low. Tries to center it, but it's off a skate. Weiss in the corner now. Can't hold on to it, and Edwardsville will break it out right up center ice, and they'll fire that wide at Konechny. Edwardsville's Edwards goes in on the forecheck. Whitaker tries to get one on net, and that's cut off by the Bulldogs. Hicks will get it up to Weiss. Weiss will dump it in as he gets the red line. Stark out to settle the puck as Hicks is going to get there first. And Edwardsville picks his pocket. And Tolley will get it at center ice, but that's thrown in offside, so the Bulldogs have to tag up. They turn it over to Gunter. He'll fire one on net, and Stark will make the glove save and drop it as they'll get reset. Boyd on the hunt as he lifts the stick. It'll go down for Dortch. Over to Resman. Up for Orn. He'll chip it and let it go. Edwardsville circles back into their own zone, goes up the near side. Boutel picks it up, brings it in over the line, sends it over to the far side to Wolf, who turns, fires a shot off the side of the net. Looked good from here, but it's on the wrong side. Boyd will rim that around, and nobody's home at the point for Edwardsville as they're out changing. And so they'll have to reset as they'll loft it high down and in as Dortch will go chopped at by Boutel. He'll commit a hold on the stick, and that'll go out around bada bing as the Bulldogs try to get some ozone time. Boutel brings it back in, turns, shot, saved Konieczny, and Resman will pick up the trash. Orn trying to clear it out, and that goes in on net on Konieczny, and it's right there. He'll get the glove on it, make a save with 4:49 left to go in the first period. 0-0 still the score, 11 shots to 4 in favor of Edwardsville. Tolley rims it around for Gunter waiting on the far wing. He tries to go for the stretch pass to Lai, but Edwardsville gets a stick in the lane to knock it down. Gunter comes back in. He'll take the body on Bing. Hicks brings it in, tries to dance it down low, and he'll circle the net. Turns, fires it right out front, but it's off a body. Tolley holds it, sends it in rebound. Hicks trying to jam it on net, but there's Edwardsville's doing a real good job of protecting the house tonight. Bing picks it up in the corner. He'll hide behind the ref. Not necessarily, but that's what it looked like if you're on the other team. Up the boards to Sawyer. Tolley will dump it back down and in. Lai tries to go in on the forecheck, but Edwardsville going to clear that out just around Tolley. He'll send it over to Hicks. They got to let it go as Bulldogs are changing and almost committed a too many men penalty. Hoyt comes on the ice, and Weiss will dump it down and in. Oh, they almost turned it over to Hoyt right there in front. They're able to chip it out of the zone. Hazelhorse trying to work it in, but Edwardsville dumps it in offside. They'll tag up. Hoyt up for Weiss. Dortch up for Weiss. Hicks intercepts a pass and clears it out of the zone. And Edwardsville dumps it in. Dortch trying to get it up the boards. Hazelhorse will pick it up at center ice over to Weiss. Weiss brings it in. He'll take it wide. Dumps it in. Dortch down to pinch. He does the job, and Edwardsville regroups, sends it out. Jake the Snake Resman will throw it in, and Hoyt will go back in on the forecheck, but only for a moment as the puck rolls down to Reagan Dortch. She'll send it over to Resman as they look to get set up. Resman over to Hoyt, up to Orn. And Edwardsville will pick up the rolling puck. They turn it over to Resman. Resman throws it in on the backhand and will go in on the forecheck. Edwardsville with it will throw the brakes on and slow it down behind their own net. Long stretch pass, looking for the cherry pick. Will go all the way down. It's all right when we do it, but I don't like it when other teams do. 2:13 left to go in the first. 0-0 still the score. Hicks on the draw with Gunter and Orn, backed up by Tolley and Cooper Hicks. Edwardsville wins it back. They'll send it hard around the boards, but Boutel trying to streak in there. Hicks read that play well and gets in his way. Tolley with the slowest body check against him I've ever seen. Gunter tries to work it right in front and almost it turns it over and gives Edwardsville a nice shot on net. Haneke tries to bring it up center ice, turns it over, and Putker tries to jam it into the zone. Hicks picks up his stick. He'll get it up to Orn. Orn not easily bodied off the puck as Wolf tries to throw the check on him. Edwardsville brings it in wide, dumps it down and in. Konieczny chips it away. Hicks up the boards for Cash Wallace. He'll pick up the puck, throws it in cross corner, and he'll go in on the forecheck with Weiss and Hicks. He'll throw it over to the near corner. Hicks will dump it back down and in as the Bulldogs are changing D. And that's cleared all the way down for a icing whistle. And an O-zone face-off for the Bulldogs as Hoyt will come over the boards. Finish out the line change of Weiss, Wallace, and Hoyt. Resman and Dortch backing them up on defense. 1:02 left to go in the first. 0-0 still the score. Hoyt on the draw, wins it out to Dortch. She'll try to go cross ice with it, but Finazzo picks up the loose puck, and he'll bring it down the ice. Picked away by the Bulldogs. Resman to Dortch. Almost turns it back over there to McNamara. And Dortch will fire it down the ice, and they'll wave off the icing. From the corner, they try to hit Finazzo. Hoyt gets in the lane. Weiss trying to work it towards the net. And that'll come down the ice as Bing winds up. Fires a shot and a blocker save by Konieczny. Right through the top of the crease. Resman clearing it out. Weiss will rim it around. Bing gets there first. Resman clearing out in front of the front. Hankins fires one. Blocker save by Konieczny as he gets it way up there to make a nice save, and that's going to go down the ice and finish it off for the end of the first period with a score of 0-0. 12 shots to 14, and I don't think 12's even accurate. I think Konieczny, 12 shots to 4, not 14. I believe Konieczny's seen several more than that, but who's counting? We'll be back in just a few moments with the second period. Edwardsville wins the faceoff back. Try to go right up center ice. Totally knocks it away, and they'll have to regroup. Hicks able to knock it away. He'll pick it up, brings it in, throws it over to the far boards for Lai, who skates it down in front. Almost hits Gunter in front of the net. Oh, wide angle shot there from Lai. Goes off the goaltender. I like that. Wasn't expecting it at all. Hicks will take the body, and Gunter will pick the puck up. Out to Tolley. Back over to Gunter, and he can't settle the pass. Back out to Tolley. He wires one. That goes wide. Goalie had no idea where that was at as he looked to the right as the puck went to his left. And they'll spring Hunnicky out of the zone, and Tolley throws him off the puck, and Gunter will take it to the corner. Over to Cooper Hicks. Up the boards for Landon Hicks. He'll bring it in wide. Makes a move. Drops the shoulder. Shot save. as he drives the net. I like that look. Hotel on the near corner. He'll send it back to the D of Crump. Not from the Grinch movie, just Crump. Edwardsville springs Hunnicky. He'll bring it in. Shot, glove saved. Rebound cleared out by Resman. And Edwardsville sends it off the boards and all the way out of the zone where Schumacher will pick it up. He'll drop it off. And Putker will wind up down the near boards. Tries to make a move, but Hicks knocks him off the puck. Orn tries to clear it out. Gets it up to Hazelhorst, who will get the red line and dump it down and in. Goes back in on the forecheck. Edwardsville tries to clear it out. Hoyt knocked that down with what probably would have been a high stick. Edwardsville picks it up, brings it in. Shot. Konieczny seals up the near post, and Resman will go up the boards for Gunter. Gunter stretch pass to Hazelhorst over on the other side. He'll dump it down and in. Stark out to set it up. Hoyt comes in. Gunter will pick up the loose puck. He'll squeak through as he'll take it to the corner.
Shoot it.
Drops it back for Weiss. Weiss will rim it around. Hoyt comes in, takes body position, and shovels it out to Resman, who sends it back down for Hoyt, but it's too hot, and Weiss will chase down low. Weiss tries to center it, but nobody's home as Bulldogs are getting a quick change in. Edwardsville with it now. Send it over to the far corner.
Jake's got to get behind him.
They got Boutel on the backside. Resman shuts him down, takes him to the corner, knocks the puck away for Justin Lai. Hicks cuts it off. He'll wind up through neutral ice, throws it into the corner and chases it down low.
Wheel.
Edwardsville with the stretch pass from blue line to blue line, knocked away by Tolley. McNamara drives it towards the net, fires a shot just a bit outside. Held at the point by Hankins. They send it over to the far side. They'll dump it down low. Weiss and Tolley in. Tolley takes the body. He got away with a hold on that one. And it's cleared out around Ruff. Shoveled forward by Hankins. And a shot blocker saved by Konieczny. McNamara tries to make a toe drag move. And, a stretch pass from Hicks. Can't find its way through to Gunter. Oh, I don't know how you did. Oh, they're going to call a hold on Orn? Oh, they're calling a hold on Orn, and I'm telling you what, Edwardsville practically had his wallet in his back pocket. I don't know how you don't call at least both. But to only call one, that's... Our sponsor tonight is Clarkson Eye Care. They're running that NBCHA referee special. You're going to want to head down there in your stripes and get checked out for sure. So the Bulldogs have got to kill off a penalty.
Bulldog penalty number 84, Jackson Martin. 2 minutes for hooking at 9:36.
Resman trying to clear it out. Gunter will finish it off, and Edwardsville will regroup. We've got Hoyt, Gunter, Hicks, and Hoyt, Gunter, Hicks, and Resman. There we go. Hunnicky makes a move, and Hoyt will get that, clears it all the way down the ice. Gunter will go off, Hazelhorst will come on, Hoyt will go off, and Hicks will come on. Cooper Hicks and Jake the Snake Resman still out. Hunnicky dumps it down and in. Cooper Hicks battling in the corner. Edwardsville able to work it north, but Hicks lifts it out to the blue line. Thrown down low by Edwardsville again. Hicks doing a good job of keeping them in the corner. They skate that right out in the slot, and Hazelhorse will pick up the loose puck as Konechny makes a save. And he'll fire it back down the ice as there's 45 more seconds left to kill off. And this penalty, Hazelhorse jams it north. Centers it. Oh, just out of the reach of Hicks. And it's back the other way for Edwardsville. Edwardsville hits a slippery spot. Hicks clears it out down the ice. The Bulldogs will get a change as Weiss and Hoyt come on for your forwards. Hicks and Resman still out there killing off the penalty. They wind up. Hunnicky brings it in wide. Resman with the poke check. He'll pick up his centering pass all the way through the point. And the penalty's killed off, but Hunnicky still circling the net. He tries for the wraparound, but is sealed up by Konechny. Hoyt and Resman trying to work it forward. They've been out there on an over 2-minute shift. Gunter trying to chop it forward as Ruff holds the blue line. Weiss will clear it out to Gunter. Gunter fans on the pass, but picks it back up, and he'll reset. But Edwards was hot on him. Gunter with a nice shoulder to knock Edwards off the puck. And Resman will pick it up, trying for the stretch pass. He'll find Gunter. Gunter brings it in, fires a shot. Wide to Stark and net hard off the glass. Weiss will chip it to himself down low. And Bottell will exit the zone with Edwards, and they're in on a 2-on-1 with Tolley. They fire a shot off of nobody, and that was thrown in offside. There's no way that wasn't offside. Edwardsville trying to take a team photo in the crease. Cleared out. Hicks will dump it in. Over on the far board. Oh, man, it hops over the stick of Dortch. Shot saved by Konechny. He'll clear it out. That'll go past Bottell at the point, out to the point. Shot comes in right in front, and Hicks will pick it up. Landon Flavor. He'll exit the zone. Tries to dump it in, but it's off an Edwardsville player, and then Edwardsville will send it off the back of the referee. I'll allow it. Schumacher winds up through center ice. They bring that in offside as Sawyers is skating on the other side of the blue line, but who's counting? Wallace trying to work it away. Shot from the point goes through bodies. Crump sends one through traffic, and Konechny's screened by 6 people in front of him. And he's got no opportunity to see that as it's redirected and goes in with 5:28 left to go in the second period. It's now 1-0 Edwardsville. 18 shots to 5. We make it over halfway through the game before anybody's got one in the goal column. Hoyt on the draw with Weiss and Wallace. It's one over to Hoyt, or over to Wallace. He'll try to chip it in the zone.
Tiger goal scored by number 22, Austin Sawyer.
He'll give the goal to Sawyer.
Number 9, Xander Crump. And number 15, Gavin
And Nemo's going to go.
At 5:28, Sawyer, Crump and McNamara. Tiger goal.
Nemo fresh out of the locker room on his first shift, and he's going to go to the box on a cross check. He had a good run there for 30 seconds. So he's got 2 minutes to think about it with 4:56 left to go in the second period, and the Bulldogs have got to kill off a power play. Hicks on the draw. Edwardsville win it back. They'll drop it back for Ruff at the point. Ruff walks the line, sends it over to the far side. They fire one. Shot goal as it through traffic. And it's 2-0 Edwardsville. 4:46 left to go as they convert just 10 seconds into the power play. Hicks will take the draw with Gunter and Hazelhorst. Resman and Nimmo backing him up on D.
Ability number 5, Jack Nimmo. 2 minutes for cross check at 4:56.
Hazelhorst trying to work it up to Gunter.
Number 2, Reed Wolf.
Gunter tries to make a move and he gets his pocket picked.
And number 11, Blake Hudeke.
Shot goes wide to Konechny and net. Gunter up to Hicks, but it's just out of his reach. Edwardsville's Botel picks it up center ice, dumps it down and in. Nimmo into the far corner, picks it up to Gunter. He'll try to clear it out of the zone, but he'll do his best Pele impression and brings it out over the blue line towards the net, tries to make a move around Hankins. Gunter turns over to Nimmo. Nimmo winds up, fires a shot, and a glove save from Stark. As there's not enough traffic in front to impede Stark's vision. Boyd on the draw with Weiss and Lai. Nimmo and Resman backing him up on D. Weiss chops it forward. He'll pick it up, drops it off in the corner for Hoyt. Nimmo down the pitch. Lai tries to dump it in. That'll go off a skate and back to Jake the Snake Resman, who goes up center ice looking for Weiss. Hoyt comes in to assist. Weiss will bring it in, but he's cut off as Edwardsville goes D to D. Edwardsville up the boards. McNamara will throw it in from the blue line. Whitaker gets it down low. Hoyt takes the body. And Weiss will skate it out of the zone. He'll send it in, and Lai will go in on the forecheck, but Osborne from Edwardsville is going to get there first. Edwards trips his own player, and Hoyt will throw one towards the net. That'll go off the goaltender's stick and up into the netting for a whistle. With 2:54 left to go in the second period. 2-0 Edwardsville's the score. 19 shots to 7 in favor of Edwardsville. Face-off one back by Edwardsville. They'll send it hard around the boards, but Dortch will pinch. She'll throw one towards the net. Goes just wide. Into the corner for Ruff. Gunter tries to knock it down. Jack Zorn tries for the pop fly catch. And Hicks will send one just a bit wide, looking for the redirect. Right there, Orn in front. Oh, he couldn't settle it. Dortch tries to send one, but that's off a body. And out into neutral ice where Hicks will pick it up. Drops it back, and Edwardsville's in offside. They'll have to tag up. And Dortch tries to go up the boards for a Bulldog, but it splits Gunter and Hicks. And Schumacher of Edwardsville will pick it up as he'll get reset behind the net. Gunter knocks it away. Hicks brings it in, fires a shot. That's off Ruff and into the near corner. Gunter turns, fires it. Knocked down by Edwardsville. They try to chop it towards the net. Gunter, goes just wide of Stark. He'll pick it up, sends it out to the point for Hicks. He headhunts through traffic.
Get there, Jack.
Orn picks it up in the corner. Centered right there. It was Weiss. Orn settles it, trying to knock it down. Good pressure there from the Bulldogs. Hudeke picks it up, and he'll exit the zone. He's going to turn on the afterburners. Tries to bring it wide. Circles the net as he can't settle it, and Weiss will cut that off over to Hicks. Hicks winds up. He's got Weiss over on the wing. They center it. And Edwardsville clear it over to the near boards.
We got some pressure up front.
Haneke with it, clears it up the boards. Hoyt will pick it up, sends it up hard up the boards, looking for Weiss. Putker picks it up, and he'll drive the zone. Takes it down low as Hoyt puts some pressure on. Sends it off the skate of Cash Wallace, and now Nimmo's going to work in the corner on Putker. They'll get it out to the point where Edwardsville holds on to it as Haneke drops back to the point. Shot saved by Konechny, or it went off the side of the net, one of the two. 28 seconds left to go in the second period. Hoyt sends it off the backside of Nimmo, making sure he's got all his equipment on. Edwardsville from the far side fires one that goes off of Konechny and up into the netting for another whistle with 16 seconds left to go in the second period. 2-0, Edwardsville's the score. 20 shots to 13. I think they counted 4 of them on that last net front scrum. Edwardsville wins it back as they take the face off with Hoyt. Hoyt totally redeems himself and clears it out to neutral ice, where Hankins of Edwardsville will get it reset. They bring it over the near side for Edwards. He'll chop it into the zone. Jake Resman takes it to the corner. And that'll do it for the second period. 2 of them squeaked past Konechny through traffic and on a penalty kill. And so with 14 minutes left to go in the game, the Bulldogs are trailing by 2. Ready to start the frame. Hicks takes the body. Weiss will pick up the puck and clears it down the ice. Edwardsville behind their own goal line, works it up the boards to Johnson. He'll get it over to Whitaker, who fires a shot, blockered away by Konechny. Hicks working down low, Cooper flavor. Edwardsville comes away with it. Out to the point for Osborne. He'll send it over to the far side. He snaps a shot in. Konechny with a save. Hicks working down low now. He's got 3 Edwardsville folks down there. They tried to jam play on Konechny, but he's got it sealed up. And that's going to come loose over to the near side. They try to funnel it right in front. Shot on the backhand from Whitaker goes wide. And Edwardsville holds. They send it towards the net. Totally gets a skate in the lane, and he'll clear it out. Edwardsville will regroup. Crump tries to drive the zone, and they'll dump it down and in.
Clear, Gus. Clear it.
And Hicks will clear it all the way down the ice. They waved that off. They're going to say that Crump could have played that. Hoyt in on the forecheck. Edwardsville over on the far side, knocked down by Lai. He'll try to bring it towards the net, but covered up by 4 people from Edwardsville. Edwardsville unable to exit their own zone. And then a long stretch pass up to Botel. He'll kick it down, brings it in wide. Sends it out to Haneke at the point, who knocked away by Nimmo. Back over to Haneke, out to Wolf. Cut off by Jake the Snake Resman, back into the corner for Edwardsville. Out to the point for Wolf. Lai comes out to try to block the shot. Hoyt working it, and he'll clear it out. And that's going to go all the way down the ice for a whistle. Icing will be the call. They'll pull it back down to the left of Konieczny. Face off at center ice. Quick shot off the face-off from Finazzo. They find Orn at center ice to get it out of the zone, but Edwardsville will pick it up. He'll send it back and forth. Rough up to Finazzo. He turns that back over to Orn, and he'll lift it down and in, and Gunter will go in on the forecheck. Gunter right out front. Hicks scores! 2-1 as Gunter hustles in on the forecheck, works it right out front for Hicks, who's standing on the doorstep to make it 2-1. It's now a one-shot game for the Bulldogs. 24 shots to 14 in favor of Edwardsville. Stripped away by Orn. Gunter goes in hard, and Hicks puts it in the back of the net. Edwardsville brings it in. Send it wide to Konieczny. He'll make sure it goes very wide. Gunter turns it over. Redeems himself, knocks it away from Edwards. And Nimmo exits the zone. He'll bring it out wide. Chases Hankins into the corner. Edwardsville back the other way. Ice with a nice shoulder. Orn will pick up the loose puck. He'll send it hard up the glass for Hoyt. Hoyt drops it off for Orn. Orn will dump it down and in. Hoyt fires one. That's going to hurt the skate of Putker as Weiss drives it towards the net. And Hoyt there waiting on the doorstep. He'll take the face off to the right of Edwardsville's start. 10:20 left to go in the third. 2-1 is the score. Edwardsville with a lead. Face off one back to Hankins. Hooper Hicks drives the zone as that's a set play for Edwardsville that he's picked up on now 2 or 3 times. Edwardsville still exit the zone. They bring that in offside as Haneke's in early. And it's now Hicks is going to go to the box on a penalty. Is it Hoyt or Hicks? Wallace will chop it away. And Edwardsville will drop it back and reset as they'll get the extra attacker on as the goalie goes off. They'll send it up to the near side for Salyers. Haneke circles the net. They'll send it over to the near side for Hankins. Shot and save. And Konieczny will get it covered up. And Weiss will clear the net as Salyers there chopping on Konieczny at the top of the crease. And who do they send? Looks like Hoyt is skating towards the box. He's going to go visit his dad. They're going to have a long talk about that. It'll last, hopefully, 2 minutes. 9:34 left to go in the game.
No.
Edwardsville wins it back, sends it over to the far side.
Bulldog penalty, number 18, Kyson White, 2 minutes.
That came out to center ice, and it's in offside. Is Ruff mishandles it at the blue line. Edwardsville wins it back. They'll send it back to the D to get it set up. Hicks picks it away. Gunter tries to fire it down the ice, but fans on it. Hicks can't get it out either. They send it towards the net, off the post. And Konechny couldn't pick up where the puck was at, didn't know where it was at, and Edwardsville puts it off of his back, and he slides it in on his leg pads as he tries to go to the near side post to make it 3-1 Edwardsville. And I don't even think Kyson Hoyt got to the meat of the discussion with his dad in the penalty box on that one.
Think you hear it go off that post.
Edwardsville out shooting the Bulldogs 30-15. Nemo wins it back. Hicks to pick it up. Sends it up the boards to Gunter, and he'll throw it down and in. Shot blocked by Resman.
Other one.
They try to wrap it around right out front. Konechny got a blocker on that. Hicks over to Gunter. Gunter will throw one towards the net. Stark will chip it to the corner. Edwardsville sends it around the inboards, and Salyers will bring it out. Stretch pass over to the far side. They'll bring that in just onside as Salyers skates the blue line. Ice over to Resman.
Oh, not the middle.
Turned over right in the middle. Konechny makes a save and bails him out, and Botel takes it to the corner. Hicks trying to chop it away. Resman picks it up, tries to skate it out of the zone, but Botel picks his pocket and is thrown cross corner for Haneke.
You had him.
They drop it off at the point for Crump. Shot goes wide to Konechny.
I don't think you saw that one.
No, I don't think he saw it through traffic at all. Hicks settles it, drops it back for Nimmo, and Hoyt will finish the job off right at the blue line. Bulldogs are showing some serious sign of fatigue as Hoyt picks it up at his own blue line, up the boards for Justin Lai. He'll wind up, tries to make a move and skate through 3 Edwardsville and can't hold on to it. He'll follow it up though. And he at least draws the penalty, and Edwardsville's going to go to the box. Somebody had to commit a penalty. I mean, there were 3 of them. They'll send Osborne to the box, and the Bulldogs will get their first power play of the night. Being outshot by 15, they could use it. 3-1 is the score. Edwardsville with the lead. 7:12 left to go in this third period. Hoyt, Gunter, Hicks, backed up by Tolley and Resman.
Tiger penalties, number 50, Gavin Osborne.
All the way out to Resman at the point.
7-12.
He'll send it over to the far side for Tolley. He fires it towards the net. Saved by Stark. Hoyt will chase it into the corner. Comes away with it. Drops it back for Gunter, who lets it go for Tolley. Back down for Gunter. Nope. Edwardsville cuts it off, but Gunter's going back to work. Gunter got it tied up down low, but Edwardsville picks it up, clears it all the way down the ice. Resman back to pick it up. Sends it up to Gunter. Gunter over to Hoyt. Over to Hicks. He'll chip it in and chase. Hoyt coming in, throwing around the body. I bet he weighs all of about 125 soaking wet. And Edwardsville clear that out again. Konechny will set it up for Resman. Resman with the stretch pass way behind Nemo. And Edwardsville will clear it down the ice again. Tolley over to Hicks. Back over to Tolley. 25 seconds left to go on the power play. Up to Hazelhorst. He'll feather it forward for Nemo, but just out of his reach, and Edwardsville will pick it up, rim it hard around. Hicks will hold it at the blue line. He'll dump it back down and in. Weiss trying to find some open ice. Nobody in front. Sends it over to Hicks. Fires a shot. Nemo right there in front. Goes just wide of him. Out to Dortch at the point. She'll dump it down for Nemo. Back out for Dortch. She tries to send a knuckle puck through. Edwardsville back to full strength. Hicks turns it over to Edwardsville, but Dortch throwing the body around over here as she knocks Boutel off his skates and clears it out. Edwardsville tries to make a move. They act like they're going to go for the power move, but instead circle the net. They'll send it over to the near side. Wolf will set it up for Boutel. Back down for Wolf. He's nailed by Nemo, but Nemo takes the brunt of it. Dortch gets it up to Weiss, who will clear it out. And they try to bring it in around Hazelhorst. He's elbowed in the head, but no call on that play. Ray Charles could have seen that, but the referee didn't call a thing. Weiss back to Nemo, clears it out, and that's going to be an icing. And the defensive zone face-off with 4:12 left to go in the third period. 3-1, Edwardsville. Hicks clears it around the boards, looking for Gunter. He finds him. He sends it up the far side, trying to get it to Hicks, but not enough on it as the puck rolled. And Edwardsville heads north. They bring it in offside, by the way, as Johnson's in early. Dortch sends it down low. Hicks chops it out of the zone, but it's off a body. Up the boards to Hoyt, but it's behind him, and that'll be an offside whistle, or an icing whistle, with 3:39 left to go in the game. Bulldogs trailing by 2. Got some great white static noise coming over the sound system here at Edwardsville. I'm going to sleep great tonight. Hoyt taking the face off. They've got it tied up there at center ice. Hicks will come away with it. He's stripped. No call, as the referee couldn't see that from 10 feet away. Not bitter at all. Konechny makes a save. And Tolley makes sure that the Edwardsville crease is, or that there's no Edwardsville near the crease. Face off back to the right of Konechny. Oh, man, we're going back here now all of a sudden to a little beautiful people here. Hoyt takes the face off, gets it up to Hicks. Gunter will do a little spinorama move. Stark will set it up down low, poked around. Gunter there almost in time. That'll come out to Resman at the point. He'll fire it towards the net, but Edwardsville blocks the shot. And Gunter in the corner. Back up the boards for Resman. He's cross-checked into the corner. They try to center it. Nobody home. Hoyt! Goal! Oh, how is that not a goal? Oh, they wave it off. The goalie's laying over the goal line. Oh, man. That's where you want a camera up top. There's no way that... Ridiculous if it was really a save, but he looked over half of his body was laying over the goal line. I'll let it go in a couple of years. 2:55 left to go in the third period. 3-1 Edwardsville's the score. Nemo out to take the draw with Lai and Weiss on the wings. It's one back to Tolley. Blocked shot by Edwardsville. Hunnicky up the boards to Wolf. They'll bring it in, drop it off for Hunnicky. He'll try to skate it right in front. Wolf centers it. It goes through the top of the crease. Totally with it now. Sends it around the boards for Jake the Snake Resman. He'll send it up for Weiss. Weiss feeds it up for Lai as he'll take the hit. Oh, man, Lai almost hit Weiss streaking to the front of the net. Cleared out by Edwardsville. They'll wind up down the near boards. Hunnicky feeds it right in front. Shot, goal from Boutel. That was about a 3 or a 4-on-1 to make it 4-1. Tigers with 2:08 left to go in the third period. Konieczny not a chance on that one. Boyd on the draw with Wallace and Orn. One over to Wallace. He'll kick it forward, but Edwardsville settles. Hoyt works it north. McNamara picks it up and sends it back to Jackson Ruff. Edwardsville brings it in. George blocks the shot. Hoyt just keeps pushing it north. George pushes off the body. Hicks chops it forward, and it's out of the zone, and Edwardsville will have to regroup. They fire a shot. Konieczny blockers it away. Orn takes a man into the corner. Hoyt blocks a shot. Shot right through the top of the crease, and Dortch ties up the man as Wallace skates it out of the zone. He'll throw it cross corner, and he's pushed from behind by Finazzo, and he'll draw the penalty. And that referee almost couldn't dispute that one as it was right in front of him. And the Bulldogs will be back on the power play. Now we've got some musical warfare as Edwardsville tortures us with some sort of teeny bop music. We'll get Hicks, Hazelhorse, and Gunter, backed up by Resman and Hicks. Edwardsville sends it out to Hicks at the point, and then they'll finish it off, kick it out to neutral ice. Over to Resman. Resman sends it cross corner, trying to get it to Gunter. 1 minute left to go in the game. Hazelhorse will wait for Gunter to get on sides, dumps it in. Bulldogs slow to forecheck. They'll clear it out. That's down the ice as Edwardsville's in on a break. Shot, goal. 5-1 Edwardsville. They'll get the shorthanded goal as the Bulldogs can't hold the zone. And 41 seconds left to go in the game. And Konieczny's hung out to dry yet again. Minute 25 left to go in the power play. Let's see if they can bring up the shot, the goal total, or the shot total, either one. Weiss and Nimmo, along with Lai, Tolley and Dortch on D. Nimmo wins it back to Tolley. Thrown down and in. Dortch will pick it up. Tolley leaves it for Lai. Edwardsville intercepts the pass for Nimmo, but he'll recover it. Drops it back for Dortch. The Bulldogs will try to get set up. Nimmo over to Tolley. Back over to Nimmo, but he doesn't catch the pass. And Edwardsville clears it back down. Tolley will settle it. As seconds click off the clock, that'll do it. It'll be 5-1 Tigers tonight here in Edwardsville. We'll be back tomorrow night, except for we will be at McKendree, as we'll see Columbia for the second time this season. Should be a close game. Well, thank you for tuning in tonight, Everybody have a safe drive home. We'll see you back at the rink.